tomorrow, maybe a couple of days, whatever.
Well, we have, thank you for the assistance.
Skeleton critter right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of us
Here
awake.
he is.
I'm sorry,
Here he is.
I think I don't think a
Well,
raid's the
also,
right
we
move.
wake
Wait.
up, be quiet so we could wake up, please.
Before we
I
kill
don't
this
think a
guy,
raid's the right move.
can we bring little Daryl in here?
Would you like me to
Oh, quick.
recuff myself?
Sure.
Hey, Daryl.
Sure. Why not?
Could just frisk him.
I mean, he offered.
You guys, like, even if you're like, just trying to be nice to, make me come to my better senses, my better
trying to,
personality.
I'm not
No.
trying to be nice, I just, like I said, I don't have any allegiances, I really don't.
Yeah, you still rob my friend.
God.
So
We'll see.
Yeah. Go. I'll let you
Right.
do what you want to do.
Yeah, let's have a little chat. So, let's just make this a little bit easier. So, obviously we don't necessarily want to be executing people if we don't have to. So, as I said, I want to be perfectly honest. I'm no part of the leadership here at Camp Freedom or anything like that. I'm purely just here to try and potentially let you make an impression before signing your own death warrant, essentially. So,
Yeah. Understand.
we know, to whether it was brief or to some extent you're associated with New Frontier, whether it's brief, whether it's more detailed than you care to admit.
Yes.
That should be your opportunity to spill any beans, hearsay. Again, you've got quite a lot of angry people around here. I gave you that opportunity earlier. I mean, earlier on today when I caught you that first time.
Yep.
We had a conversation. I had my suspicions at that point, but I couldn't confirm them until the cavalry rolled in at that point. I gave you that opportunity. I was honest. It'd be nice if you gave some honesty back and cleared up this situation.
Yep.
Are we the cavalry? So talk to us. Talk to me.
What kind of things do you want to know? Like,
New Frontier. Wow.
I met New Frontier yesterday, probably midday or the morning or midday. We ran
Okay.
from Ratno to their base, which is just south of Severograd.
Yep.
I've been in the
And
base.
did they mention? So that this is just drivel. So what I want to know is details. Who said what and why? Who was the tower mentioned? Was Camp Freedom mentioned? Was any other groups mentioned in a hostile manner? Was there any
from
plans
100%.
discussed? All that sort of stuff.
They were talking about wanting to potentially attack and rob the tower. They talked about potentially attacking and robbing Camp Freedom. They talked about both.
Good luck.
Of course,
Okay.
I can open it.
Yeah,
I want to
honestly.
try out.
Do you have a rough idea of what numbers are running with at the moment?
When I was there, there was the people I saw. There was RJ, Ricky, Dave, and there was a Rick. But I'm not 100% sure he's one of them. He came there with me and he left just before I did. But I didn't
Okay.
leave alone.
And did they mention any other groups or factions that are associated with New Frontier, on an ally sense per se, or providing any sorts of assistance or providing any trade?
Honestly, I didn't hear about them having allies. The only thing I really heard is I heard they were assholes, and that was from their own mouths. So I'm guessing they take pride in being that way.
Makarov, can I speak with you briefly?
Sure.
And you're certain that's
I didn't know
everything?
you guys had a night.
Yeah, the people. I'll be honest. The two people we robbed. It was me, and Dave, the one who is now dead.
Okay.
We.
And was Dave
Met
associated
them.
with
Name's
New
Ivan.
Frontier?
Oh, okay, good.
Contact.
I am
Yeah, you contacted me.
relatively
Daryl.
sure Dave is a full member because he was.
We did.
How did you
That
meet
he
him?
was with. Where did I meet him?
Well, I must say, Makarov,
I met them in Ratno.
this is,
It was dark and I was trying to hide from their torches, and then they
this is
Come
a
here.
great-
found me, and that's when I met
So
RJ
So
and Dave.
she met Dave and RJ and Rano.
I know RJ is
You know
definitely a
his name,
member,
Dan?
and because Dave showed up with him, I'm assuming he's also one of them.
Right, so you're saying that Dave, who's now dead, he was definitely a
Yes.
full member. You met him yesterday?
I met him yesterday, yes.
How do
I'm
you know
relatively
You met
sure
him
Dave
yesterday.
is.
Okay.
I know RJ
Okay,
is a full member.
Oh, don't remember the name
Okay.
if he's what I'm talking about.
And,
I'll
and at
know
no
him
point
from
during that
Severo.
whole interaction, you didn't sleep at New Frontiers base, you didn't have
Why
storage
were you
there,
at
you don't have
Severo?
storage anywhere else.
That
I
was
did not.
before
We
you
went
guys.
through the back
I was
gate.
trying to get in contact with
It's like, I'm
school
honest, it's a
and
massive compound.
stuff
Went
like
through the
that.
back gate and
All
then ran
those
down
kids
a
died
road
my age
through another gate.
somehow.
And I basically
So I
just
just
sat
stuck around there for a
in
while.
there, one of their homes
Did you
with
tell
next to a
anybody this,
fire.
though?
Because it was raining at the night.
So-
I couldn't to get warm.
Doc your
And I did
story when
also
I
Alright, man.
first came in.
boxes, if I'm honest, but not because
Yeah, I
I
told
want
him about that.
to
Yeah.
install stuff. It's an
Okay.
opportunity.
You
That's
told
fine,
him,
so
you
let me just
told him you were
summarise then.
going
So
there?
you're saying that the first time you met New Frontier was yesterday.
No, I
You
told him about
went inside the
having
compound
Severo
with
grid,
this Dave guy. You and Dave
stuff
then
like
met
that.
up again today. I'm presuming you slept with each other or whatever you guys did yesterday. You then met up.
Well,
You then robbed some of the guys
I want
from
you
the
to stay
tower.
here. Yeah.
Then
Is,
you
um,
came
You
here.
can hear you, by the way. You can hear our
And
conversation.
between you and Dave today, you and Dave have had no communication today. You just both happened to be here, and you're saying that that's just a. You're saying that's just a coincidence. It wasn't planned.
if I'm honest, I didn't know Dave was here. So what happened after we
Didn't.
robbed Victor and Rhonda? That's what she said her name was. I didn't actually know her actual name. We were walking back, like along the train tracks that obviously lead towards the Fairground and
Fun,
to their
fun
base.
times. Feel like I'm back at school.
They went back halfway through the journey.
I'll watch
I was
that.
getting tired, so I
Hey, no
Walked
offense,
and
gentlemen.
sat
Can
on
we
a
not have like 9 people in here? We can
so I
only have
didn't
like
walk
2.
back with them. Not
So
all
we
the
can
way.
have
I went
security
back
for this bullshit
and
that's
I
about to
haven't
happen
been back
properly.
since. I've not been
Or-
to their
Come here,
base today.
Come here.
Last time
Right,
I went
so
there
you're
was
saying-
the first time I went.
Okay, so you're saying that, so you and Dave today have had no communication, whether over radio or that at all. It's just pure coincidence that you and Dave are both here on the same day that we get intel that the Frontier are going to attack.
I honestly have not spoke to Dave today, and I mean I don't know how many of you are.
That's weird because he.
but I
It's
walk
weird
past
because he
pretty much every
knows.
day.
He knows.
I spoke to the
He
doc
knows that you were around.
3
He knows
days
that you were
ago.
around.
I
You
spoke
said you only
to-
met New Frontier yesterday, so this
Yeah, I'm
this
talking
is
about
the
Camp
problem.
Freedom. I'm talking about Camp
No,
Freedom.
I'm talking
I
about
was-
New
I was
Frontier
in
though. I
this
didn't
camp
I
3
didn't
days
mention.
Yeah,
We'll
what's the
forget
problem?
about Camp Freedom for
ago.
now.
What's the problem?
We're talking about New Frontier. That's what I want information on. And so far, what you've told me is that you and Dave being here today is a coincidence. That you only met New Frontier for the first time yesterday. You've been inside the compound. They only mentioned briefly wanting to raid the tower and here, which is information that's public knowledge. And
I
that
took
there
that
was no other
attack.
talk about attacking, and there was no other information given. You said the numbers are roughly 4 or 5 from what you know.
They're the
And
ones that I
again,
saw that were
you
there at the time.
right, okay, and you're certain that there's no other information you want to give. Bear
Like
in
I
mind
said, I
your
don't
life
think
is
there's-
potentially on the line.
Yeah, I understand. I just don't think there was much more I can give. I went in, got dry, ate some of the food they cooked, and then ended up.
So where do you live? If
Well,
not
I don't
there.
live anywhere.
Which makes
I
sense
really
with all
don't.
the shit in his bag. To be fair.
I have.
Yeah,
carrying
no, that, to be
no-
fair, that checks out. Do you,
To
do
be
you need
honest, I don't really know a lot of people.
Okay, man. Well, I'll give you a break from my line of questioning. Do you need anything to eat, anything to drink? I've got some of your soda here I can give you.
I'm sort of. I mean, I'd say I'm getting hungry, but it's not urgent.
Do you want a taste of some soda?
I'd appreciate it.
Do you want some Coke, Pepsi, or Sprite?
Coke. I'd appreciate anything you give me.
That's fine, man. You can have some Coke. I'll give you. There you go.
Saved you from his line of questioning, but not mine.
Yeah, well, I'm done. So, yeah, there was no other information really apart from
Yeah.
what we already know.
Yeah.
Whether or not we believe what's been said,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not up to me. But I just wanted to use I used to run a detective agency, so I just wanted to use a bit of reverse psychology. But I think he's telling the truth. So, but again, he still robbed you guys, and he's still associated with New Frontier. So that's up to you guys how you handle that.
So, anyways, Obviously, Bobby, obvious. You robbed, a guy of ours. You know he had the code to my. I don't even know how you know he had the codes to WTR, but you know that somehow.
Oh, I know that
And
because we walked with him and Rhonda. That's how I know her. That's what she said her name was when I first met her. We literally walked and we were at the water pump just outside the tower. And he opened the gate and he said he knew the codes and he had access. So I asked him if he was
Fair
a
enough.
member. He said he's not quite a member. He just has access. That's all he told me.
Do we find Darrow?
Yeah. Which is accurate. So pretty much you then when you held him and Rhonda up, which by the way I think it was kind of disgusting that you guys insisted that she take her pants off. It was kind of disgusting, dipshit.
I just want to say,
Wait,
if I'm honest,
this guy, bro.
that
Yeah,
was Dave. That was
Yeah,
Dave.
mate.
I was
Well, they've dead now.
After you,
so-
after
Tool
you're
shed.
done, you know what to do with him.
keeping an eye on.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do with it.
I was at the tool shed keeping
so-
an eye on Victor.
You shut up. You you then asked him when you held him up to come and steal from us. And after stealing from him, you then asked him to steal from us and give to you. It's a bit of it. I
No, I
don't know
said-
what was going through your head.
Did I hear what I said?
Go on.
I said to him when we was outside the town, I jokingly said, so technically you could wander in, grab stuff and give it to us. That's all I said. I didn't really
Yeah,
have any
sure.
sort of
I'm sure
stuff
it was a
behind
joke, given all of the stuff you've done in the following, your following actions after that.
I did that after.
Sure.
No, before I robbed them.
I don't care. You still said it, and then you proceeded to rob my friends.
Yep.
He still has injuries from that. After he
I-
passed out and sort of blacked out in the handcuffs you left him in. Well,
Yes, he did.
despite him complaining of headaches, you left him in handcuffs.
We
So
just
he's a
got.
little
I
bit
mean, I
bruised.
didn't get the handcuffs. I just got misinterpreted.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
And then as you said to him that you and Dave haven't had any contact. Yes, you've talked about this. Only happened like this morning, like maybe like 12 to 15 hours ago. Like it's not that long ago.
Probably, yeah, roughly that time.
Yeah, so you've had contact today, so that was a lie you told. I don't like liars. Every liar
Well,
I've
I
spoken
haven't
to
had
has ended up
contact since I
dead.
last slept. That's sort of what I was judging it off.
We helped Dave when he came by. We sort of all sat by a fire. There's a few other people. We sat by a fire. He cooked some food because I allowed him to cook some food on our stove. So he should have told you guys that he was a friend of ours and he was an alright guy and all this, but he didn't. And then you robbed him, stole from him, left him for dead. There's not really much else to say here, really. You're just an asshole, and you're associated
yeah.
with a group which wants me dead.
It was
And
wrong
you
thing.
killed,
I mean,
and you're
personally,
associated
I
with a group which fucking killed a very good friend of mine.
Oh, he's New Frontier. Oh, the Warmongers.
He's
I
heavily
know of, I'm
associated
not
with
one.
them.
I know of them. I met them yesterday.
Yeah, he's heavily
Mm.
associated with them. He robbed
Yeah,
he
heavily
robbed my
associated, I
friend
know
with RJ, so evidently him and RJ have a bit of a buddy relationship.
Oh, must have. Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah. Tell you what I told Dave right before putting 245 in his head.
Yes. I'm not here to argue.
Right.
Oh,
So
no, you're not gonna do, are you?
we told him
Yeah.
because me and Dave, me and Victor went up to New Frontier today. You'll see different accents and different clothing, so they didn't recognize me. Victor obviously told RJ face straight up, like he confronted him about it, and
Yeah.
he told him as Victor walked off, he told RJ, "You have your friends, I have mine. Just wait till you see who they are." Obviously,
clearly
we're
has no
Victor's friends,
Yes.
So, is there anything else you want to say? Any last words? Because obviously these guys have all done talking to you of what they want to get out of you.
I understand what's happening. I was part of doing a shitty thing, so I guess I deserve a shitty thing. It's just sort
Yeah,
of how it
this
works.
is just it's just how the cookie crumbles, man. Don't fuck with the Russians, pretty much. I told Dave this when I met him. I told him most people understand that war with us and conflict with us isn't what they want. He should have told you that too, bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if it wasn't them
I
who
mean,
was
that
going
was-
to capture you, we were going to capture you and give you to the Russians anyway. You don't fuck with our allies.
Any
You
last
can't
words,
prove it.
bitch?
Bon voyage.
Arrivederci.
Good night.
Adios. Lo siento.
Alright,
And thank you, Makarov.
okay, nice
He's
shot.
dead then,
Is he
is
dead?
Yeah, let's
Yep,
take his
he's
shit.
gone.
Perfect.
Right.
How you doing, lads?
Great.
Cold.
Dirty.
Do you want me to bag him?
Come here, Daryl.
Take his shit and then fucking. If you can't bury
Someone
him, cut him up
empty-
and burn his shit in the fire.
Well, I was going to say I can cut him up. That's fine. It's just like butchering an animal. Just give me a bag and I'll cut him up.
There's
I mean,
Alright.
you can use his
Not
own
that.
bag.
Yeah, use your bag right
You see
there.
why I
mate.
showed you that, Daryl?
Dave up the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, burn it afterwards.
Do you understand why I showed you that?
Say again. Mm, not really. No.
Because that's what man does to other men. That's why I showed you that, Daryl.
Mm,
And one of these days, you're gonna have to realize that that's the kind of world we live in right now. It's you
yes.
or them.
You see.
That's why I showed you that, Daryl.
Okay.
All I'm saying is make sure you know who your friends are before you make them.
Okay.
Because that man knew
Didn't know he was
Daryl.
like that. You know. It's
The two
so long
scouts just
ago.
went MIA, so.
Like I said, that
Didn't know
man
he
knew
was
you.
like that.
Like I said, Daryl.
Mhm.
Always know your friends and always know your enemies. He could have killed you one day, Daryl, if he found out you were affiliated with us.
Hmm.
Do you want to die,
Sure.
Daryl?
No, no.
Then don't automatically trust people in this world.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a shout.
Hey, the fire's about to be up in the building, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of do want to dry off before we leave, so.
Same.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
think
put
we'll
these.
need it.
I'd like to be dry for once in my life.
Alan, where are you? So I can give you those nails for
Well, we
that-
have people
for that
back
guy
at
who's on about.
base.
How many has he got?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, if he has more than one SVD,